There's a health crisis in America, and it's growing. Over the next 10 years, the cost of health care is projected to grow at more than 3 times the rate of inflation. Together, we can change that, and it starts right here in the medicine cabinets of typical American homes, just like this. Like millions of Americans, the couple that lives here hasn't made the best health choices, and now she has diabetes and he is being treated for a heart condition. Their doctors have prescribed 12 medications, but he stopped taking these 2, and she never refilled these diabetes medications. Not staying adherent to medications can create serious health problems. A genetic test would have determined that this drug, Coumadin, has little to no potential to help this specific patient. But his doctor wasn't aware of that test, so he'll end up throwing out $600 worth of pills that did nothing to improve his condition, and worse yet, may end up on his way to the ER with a stroke or bleeding. This situation is an example, and it's not this bad in every American home. But it's not atypical. Millions of Americans struggle with these problems every day. The 50% of Americans who are being treated for a chronic or complex condition account for 96% of drug spend and 75% of healthcare costs. For most patients with chronic and complex conditions, prescription drugs are the first choice for medical intervention. However, for many of the key disease categories, patient adherence to their therapy is only 35% on average after a year. This patient noncompliance leads to an astonishing amount of money being spent on avoidable healthcare costs. In America, waste due to the poor management of chronic and complex disease is estimated to be $350 billion each year. One company, Medco, recognizes this problem and is taking great strides towards finding the solutions. Glenn, I've been hearing a lot about gaps in care. What exactly are they?
Well, for most medical conditions, there are evidence-based protocols that define best medical practice. Gaps in care are behaviors or treatments that fall short of those practices. You showed us some good examples in that medicine cabinet. Patient noncompliance, potentially harmful drug interactions, appropriate tests that weren't prescribed, those sort of things.
And so if one can help identify and close gaps in care?
Oh, we can make a huge difference. Not only can we help protect patient health and safety, but closing adherence gaps could also prevent ER visits and hospitalizations. Avoiding these unnecessary healthcare expenses could save billions. So it has enormous potential to reduce overall healthcare costs.
To improve care and identify gaps more effectively, Medco divided general pharmacy into multiple therapeutic resource centers that each focus on a specific condition. And they train pharmacists to specialize in the medications used to treat those conditions. They counsel patients to improve adherence and work with doctors and patients in ways that no generalist pharmacist could. So Medco has specialist pharmacists that are trained to identify gaps in care in their specific area of expertise. So where do we go from there?
We turn Medco into a gap-closing machine that helps patients at every touch.
To help patients close gaps in care, pharmacists need some way of knowing those gaps exist. The Medco Health Action Plan puts that information right at their fingertips every time a patient calls. The Health Action Plan is a powerful tool that takes very sophisticated data and makes it very easy to use. So Glenn, can you show us how a Health Action Plan works?
Okay, let's say that I'm a specialist pharmacist and I've just received a call from one of our patients. The Health Action Plan pops up on my screen and it shows me that she stopped taking one of her important medications for high blood pressure. I discuss her reasons why she may have stopped taking the medication and see if I can't get her back on this treatment to help prevent a heart attack or a stroke. Here, we see a potentially harmful interaction between 2 drugs she's taking, which we'd want to avoid. And here, we see opportunities for generic substitution that could save her a lot of money out of pocket.
We all want people to take more responsibility for their own health. Well, Medco is giving them the precise, personalized information they need to close their own gaps in care. Amy, how is Medco engaging members to close gaps in care?
Well, Kathleen, we're taking the power of the Health Action Plan and pushing it to the front lines, directly to members. We have a new service that automatically alerts members when we identify a gap in care, whether the patient uses the Medco pharmacy or a retail pharmacy. Here's an online alert where a patient is running low on their blood sugar medication. Alerts like these notify patients about gaps in care and explain why it's important to address them. Putting this powerful information in the hands of patients is driving more than 25,000 closures of gaps in care each month. Our online service, MyRx Choices, shows members potential lower-cost alternatives available under their plan. Since Medco pioneered the service a few years ago, members have checked more than 17 million prescriptions for savings.
Now, Amy, the good news is I understand most of these services are available as mobile apps, so they can be accessed from anywhere.
Absolutely. We realize that people aren't walking around with their computers, so we've developed Medco mobile services that extend the power of our online tools to mobile smartphones. It gives patients anytime, anyplace access to their personalized information so they can make more informed decisions. Kathleen, these apps are first to market and will help our members close gaps in care.
One man's poison is another man's cure. It's been said for centuries. In just the last few years, personalized medicine has given us the tools to know which is which in advance. That's smart medicine, and that's the reason why Medco is leading the charge to make personalized medicine part of everyday clinical practice. What is personalized medicine?
Well, until very recently, we practiced shotgun medicine, where we gave all patients with the same disease the same drug and at the same dosage to start, and then we waited to see how well they did or didn't do. Personalized medicine takes into account the differences between us and gets you to the right drug or the right dose right away, based on your personal characteristics.
The opportunity for personalized medicine is huge and getting bigger all the time as new tests are developed. Only 30% of patients with Alzheimer's disease and just 50% of those with rheumatoid arthritis respond to the medications that are marketed today. Add in analgesics, asthma, and schizophrenia, and there's a $17.5 billion potential savings opportunity through the use of personalized medicine. And we're trying to research and capture as much of that opportunity as we possibly can.
Hi, I'm Dave Snow. We all know the problems. At Medco, we're focused on delivering solutions. We are extending our wired platform and advanced technologies to connect patients, pharmacists, doctors, and health plans. We're literally transforming the practice of pharmacy, driven by evidence-based protocols that guide healthcare providers to make better decisions, empowering members to become active participants in their care. And for the first time, we're delivering the analytical tools and reporting that put you in control. It's a virtuous cycle of improvement and innovation, addressing gaps in care, solving for the billions of dollars in annual healthcare system waste. So welcome to the Medco Pharmacy, where you can learn how together we can improve healthcare outcomes and reduce total healthcare costs. See firsthand how Medco is making medicine smarter.